Welcome to Embarrassing Moments in Graphic Design. Should we do graphic design for free? Whether it's for experience or to broaden your portfolio, it's a question many designers have. It's a personal choice, and when I talk about it with my students, I tell them this story. When I was a junior designer, my mentor asked me to join him on a restaurant branding project. It was for a friend of his opening a wine bar around Soho. We would have to free reign over the design, and it would expand our portfolios, which mostly consisted of book covers at this point. But we would have to do it for free. Our only compensation would be wine and food once it opened. It seemed like a fair deal, considering I couldn't afford wine or food on my publishing salary. We designed the logo, signage, uniform, menus, neckties. We printed on corks and even helped with the interior design. It was a full design experience. And halfway through, there was a rumor that Bruce Willis would be a silent partner. Maybe he would even show up at the private opening party. The night of the party, my mentor couldn't make it. Only myself and another junior designer on the project, Tim, could attend. We arrived and the place was packed. We helped ourselves to our designer's compensation and mingled. Bruce Willis did show up, and the owner called Tim and I over to the bar and introduced us to him. He shook our hands and told us we did a great job. Starstruck, and seeing a line of handshakers behind us, we politely thanked him and moved back into the crowd. After an hour, I stepped outside for a cigarette and spotted Mr. Willis by himself, about 20 feet away. Excited for the opportunity for a one-on-one, I walked towards him. As I approached him, he side-eyed me, stiffened, and he sized me up. I waved and I said, "Hey, Bruce, I just wanted to thank you for coming. We really appreciate your support, and it's great that you showed up tonight. It means a lot to everybody." His tension disappeared, and his body went slack. I imagined he had to prepare himself for all sorts of weirdos coming up to him. But not me. I wasn't a weirdo. He smiled and said the place looked great and put out his hand for another shake. I thanked him again and went back into the wine bar, satisfied and a bit tipsy from the wine and the interaction. The party continued. At midnight, I was talking to Tim and our photographer friend Mark, who were covering the event. I felt a warm hand on my shoulder. Thinking it was the owner, I swung around, clumsily, having taken a little too much of my designer's compensation for one night. And I saw that it was Bruce Willis. "Hey, Bruce, I thought you guys had left already." He laughed, sizing me up for a second time, and said, "No, we're leaving now. I just want to say goodbye." "Oh, man, thanks again. I'm so glad you guys came," I replied, swaying with my empty glass. And off he went into the night with his entourage, leaving me with just Tim and Mark. I wondered the next day if he was about to invite me to join them, to join his entourage for the night. Maybe become a permanent member, until he saw my condition. I'll never know. I had too much wine to find out. It was free! Well, thanks for joining me for another Embarrassing Moments in Graphic Design. And remember, design is serious, but life is not. What Panto chip would you be?
The in-between one that can't be found.